I'm back again. Let's see how this go. Cause I feel like I didn't finish saying what the hell I was saying, and I was distracted. So I wanted to try it again. And this time, you know, the distraction will be different because I'm in a different scenery at a different time right now. It's not morning time. It's not that time of the day. So it's a little different. But I'm gonna turn my notifications off, and I forgot again. But I did want to pull complete. I wanted to complete. I wanted to complete what I started, and I didn't feel complete. I got my Never mind. Don't worry about it. What we talking about, y'all? We finna see what the car's talking about. I put a band-aid on my finger because it's growing out now, and it's getting sore. It wasn't sore at first. It ain't getting sore. It could get sore, and I'm trying to prevent something. I'm trying to prevent that. But I low-key want to take it off because shuffling the cards. Anyway, let's see what we're talking about though. What? Oh, I got the Akashic Tarot. This is a deep ass deck. It has a book to it, but the book is only on the internet as far as what I have, because and I'm not gonna look it up, but it's it don't matter because I'm intuitive. We all are intuitive. And we can find the meaning and reasoning out of anything if we want to. So, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna pull the astrology deck first. The planets. It has the planets and the energies and the aspects. Okay. Damn, why do Lilith keep I mean, like every reading, Lilith comes out whether I acknowledge her or not. Lilith like, bitch, it don't matter if you acknowledge me or not. I'm the dark bitch. I'm the dark. It don't matter if you acknowledge me. You know it. I don't know what that. Okay. Then we got Mercury, and it's in reverse. See, you don't have to acknowledge it. I don't know what we talking about. Okay, then let's get one more. I hope it's an aspect card comes out. Please let an aspect card come out. I would really appreciate it. I knew that one. The same cards keep coming out. Okay, here go one. Yeah, that one fell out. This card keep coming out too. It was kind of in the reverse, but I think it's a mix in between the two, because Jupiter is an expansive energy. So how you gonna reverse expansion other than contraction? And well, maybe that is the message as well, because the Lilith represents embarrassment and being it will cause you to be afraid based off your previous embarrassments and previous experiences, and that could cause you to stunt in your communications, not wanting to communicate, not even knowing how to have the right communications internally, because the experiences that you are having are kind of shattered and fractured, and your perspective won't be as natural as it should be if you had not had these embarrassments that kind of skewed your perception. And with Jupiter, that can cause, since it came out like this, that can cause like either expansion or contraction. So I'm looking at that as you contracted a lot based off of that. Some of these energies contracted. So hold on, let me pull before we continue. What should I do? Should I pull? Because I need a clarifying card. So let me go and pull a clarifying card. I ain't ready for the Akashic Tarot. She kind of deep. And I'm just doing something, practicing my own skills and abilities. And as a Gemini, and my season is almost up. Damn, she fell out like that. My season is almost up. I need to mash the gas. And we in the wax period too. But anyway, give up control. And in reverse is behind the veil. But giving up control, that's like you, to me, in this aspect, how I'm finna relay the message is giving up when it comes to that embarrassment. Like, get that shit up, surrender, fuck that shit. Hey, what that got to do with anything? You know what I mean? Because it's causing you to contract when you could be expanding. Because the way the Jupiter card came out, we already know that Jupiter's like helium or whatever, floaty. So that bitch just, whoo. It depends on how you want to fuck with it. So, on the other side is behind the veil. Yeah. So you are supposed to be coming from behind the veil when it comes to these things. And I low key feel attacked a little bit. Bitch. Why the cards always got to talk about me? Welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. And that's in reverse. So it's time for you to give that part up, give that woman and that man or that feeling and that thought inside of yourself up. Like how, just the same way that you let go of relationships, whether they be romantic, family related, co-worker, and you lost your job, you have these same relationships within yourself on a micro level. And you really even got to look at it as a micro level, because a lot of these things externally to you that you experience and that you see are the same. They're examples for you of your micro, just so that you can experience it and know what's actually going on. But if you don't have but anyway, that goes to a whole nother offspring topic about if you don't have this awareness, you wouldn't know. So anyway, everybody can have these awarenesses though. And at this time that we're living right now, the world is shape shifting anyway, metaphysically speaking, because everything happens on that micro level. And see, that's the thing. If you were to handle your internal relationships from the internal and realize that some of these hoes and niggas or bitches and pimps or whatever, and these I'm sorry, it's the middle of the day and school is out. Kids could be watching, which it don't matter. But if you were to let go of some of these relationships or some of these thoughts and feelings that you have, because I look at thoughts and feelings as men and women, and if you were to let go of some of these things, you can release a lot of embarrassment. Because remember, a lot of these thoughts and feelings don't even stem from you in the first place. They stem from your influences around you, especially when you're children. And that's how you come to be who you are today, because you had to grow there, progress there from a child. So a lot of these things that you and that stunts your growth too, because in a lot of ways you can still be in that same child space. I wish I had the inner child healer deck. Boy, some told me to order that deck. That's JD. She's the inner child healer. She got a deck. And see, I don't really fuck with tarot like that, but I don't fuck with tarot. It's just that I was trying something different because I got a lot of tarot cards. But still, anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, that what I was saying was about that child, that immaturity inside of yourself. That's because your experience was contracting Jupiter in the reverse, based off of your embarrassment or your feelings or your dark shadow spaces that you are not willing to explore and to love and expose light to and incorporate and what's the word I'm looking for? Integrate within yourself. That helps your communications and your thoughts. So this is more with the men inside of yourself. So you may have actual men in your life that are representing these internal spaces to you too. But anyways, that's besides the point. Because we're also talking about Lilith, which is a woman. So it goes it's both of them. This is really your men and women inside that is needing to chill out, needing to find some type of harmony. Like I said, you are experiencing these same things in your external world. Ain't no way you ain't. If you are resonating with this, because see, we can look at this message, which I'm only at this point have expressed it from one end of the spectrum. So if you're resonating with this way that I'm expressing this message, you also have people in your real life that you're combating and have these type of emotions and feelings towards that you need to create boundaries with, and that you need to transform the relationship with, because we had that card come up earlier today, this morning. And what else? Let's see. Oh, y'all want to pull a Akashic Tarot on that? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and then we'll move on to another topic and see what the next topic of discussion is. What up, everybody in the chat? I got certain shit covered up to where I can't even see what's going on, so I don't know if anyone's in here or not. Don't matter. I can see the chat though. I got the chat open. All right, now this is the Akashic Tarot. the Buddha prepares. See, I don't even know. They say it's Akashic Tarot, but I don't know what that is. I know that's more than likely a fire energy since it's red. I don't know because it don't have nothing on there. But nonetheless, I'm going to look at it that way. Cause it don't matter. Fuck the fact that it's a tarot deck. I'm just gonna read it however I want to read it. So the Buddha prepares. Prepares? What are you fucking preparing for? So people are, so you might be preparing for some of these confrontations. I don't want to call them confrontations. What's another word? These interactions with some of these men and women because you're facing them internally. Because the Buddha, what do? He meditate. So by the Buddha meditating, and not the Buddha, you, even if you're listening to something like me right now, doing shit, because when you meditate and go inside of yourself, you're in the darkness and you're shedding light on them based on your awareness of what you're observing inside of yourself. So that shadow work is you coming to certain terms and agreements and ending of terms and certain agreements with your thoughts and feelings, marriages and relationships and some of these boys. And I don't want to go too deep on that because you may not be able to follow me if you haven't already came to these conclusions that I'm anyway. So by you having these interactions on an internal level, some of these relationship issues are also about to present themselves. I ain't gonna say that they're gonna pan out fine and dandy because it all depends on how you have done your internal work and what you have done and how effective that you were within yourself to calibrate and find some equilibrium within. Because when you do have these relationships, it wouldn't matter what type of time they was on, as long as your equilibrium is in order, you'll be able to tame whatever energy around you. And it ain't about taming like you're a damn the Buddha card keep on. We ain't talking about you no more, Buddha. It ain't taming like you're the master of other people. It's more like you taming yourself, which cause and effect, because everything is based off of reaction, and based off of how you react on shit is going to determine the whole scenario. And at that point, you'll be leading and guiding the whole situation. What up? Hey, listen while I'm getting some work done. That's what's up. That's what's up. Lilith is in Virgo too. But let me see what I want to say about that. Well, we ain't gonna say nothing about that yet. But that was the theme though. And that's been the theme for a minute, Lilith. And I just realized, but when I be in the middle of reading, I don't be thinking about the fact that this Lilith card probably is tied to some routine work and shit like that until this reading or earlier when I was listening to Day Beyond. Queen of Roses. Ooh. The last time I put, I don't want to go off the last time because it was about me. But that energy still is. You know how you have a stench? This card somewhat still got a little stench. I don't want to perpetuate the card's stench though, because the next time I read, I don't necessarily want to. Anyways, the Queen of Roses is a feminine energy. That's the Queen of Cups for the most part. And last time she gave me a stench like she was a little bitch or something. Like, because look, even down to the chairs. You see the chairs right here? I looked at this card for a long little time the last time I was tapping in with the tarot to myself. And I still thought those were snakes. I did. And then I had to keep looking. I'm like, oh, that ain't no damn snake. That's the chair. But anyways, the point is, so that kind of represents the dark feminine then. That's probably how come that energy still is valid at the moment. It's representing the dark feminine, the dark Lilith. Okay, so let's see what we want to say about that though. What we want to talk about Lilith for? Oh, that goes back to because we ain't finished this is tied into the other decks that I just read off of. So, okay, hold on. Let me keep that in mind. I wish I still had the cards laid out. Fuck. I still got this one laid out though. And I got these. I got to do better, guys, as far as taking this shit serious. And never mind, we ain't gonna talk about that because Lilith is in Virgo, and that could be an energy though. Knowing how to take your work serious, or the work that you may be doing, it may not be serious, but you got to take it serious because it's a form of you having stability, or doing work on the side that you really ain't work. It ain't really work to you because it's your passion, but not being able to take it serious because you don't see how that's going to provide stability for you and shit. And that goes back to the Lilith energy though, the wild femininity, the Queen of Cups, but she didn't come out in the reverse though. This bitch didn't come out in the reverse, because if it had came out in reverse, but it's nothing negative necessarily about Lilith. Lilith is an energy that's important and something that you need to work with, and that goes back to when you do shadow work and you have to dig up and discover yourself, and have to look at your ugly shit that you did to yourself, and the ugly traits that you may have. You still have to look at those things and realize that they played an important part, and figure out how to transmute, find some equilibrium and calibration with that energy, and now you can love it. And all the experience that you had with that energy is also going to provide you the wisdom and how you're going to use it now. So this card came out, reflection. See, we keep talking about reflection and shit. What up, D Jordan? Nomadic Productions. What up, my dude? Crystal Lightweight in this bitch. That's my dog. That's my dog. Hey, okay. So, and then we got waterfall. I wasn't even finna read waterfall shit, but reflection, 9, 10. 1 plus 9 equals 10, that's 1. So, that's like going to your own oneness, your stillness, and like we were just saying, going inside yourself. I wish I had let me stop saying I wish, because this is not that serious. I don't want to burn no energy up for bullshit. But it'd be great if I had the interpretations of these cards to go even deeper. And I didn't know what to pick up. I'm talking about as far as the decks that I was about to get. So I just was like, and I don't have a lot of room in my glove box, and I don't be wanting my shit to be all scattered like it is now. Look, I don't like that. I don't like that. Get out of my business. Let me get y'all out of my fucking business. I'm just playing. Okay, but reflection. So it's not for you to be ashamed of nothing at the end of the day. It don't matter. You want people to call you out on whatever it is that you're supposed to be ashamed of. Just because, remember now, life is but a dream to me. And we have these relationships and these interactions and confrontations and fights. To me, the way I separate a certain energy or myself from it to even be able to deal with it, I realize that these are lessons. And this is nothing but a fucking game. These people ain't real. I created, even though they can get narcissistic, you got to be careful though. So let me not even go there, because I don't know who's listening. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't want to use this knowledge like that. Just like reading the Bible from the wrong perspective, like the world has done. So let me get off of that. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes, right? And I want to smoke one right now, but I ain't gonna do it. Because I also, okay, diversity. The sun is in Gemini, good time to either be all physical or all spiritual. Yeah, we at the part. Well, it ain't never a good time to just be polarized on either end. It's a good time to exercise those things, and but you need to find an equilibrium and do those things. And I don't want to say that because I'm a Gemini, so I can say that. And we kind of like multitask easily and naturally. But I also know that multitasking, even for a Gemini, that shit, you need to focus on one thing or the other at some point. And that's why equilibrium for the Gemini energy is important, because if you don't have equilibrium, your energies are naturally split. So you will be paying attention to either one thing or the other. I'm doing spirituality right now while watching my kid at the park. You know what I'm saying? And if it was benches out here, I would have been sitting outside, because that's what I was trying to figure out, what part to go to so that I could sit outside, but also be kind of secluded, but in enough range to watch my child, and it ain't that type of setup up here. So anyways, but yeah, it's a good time to, anyway, let me pull a card. Or should I pull a card over here? Okay, it came out. The Akashic Library. That's another thing. See? That's another thing. When you go into these deep meditations, not necessarily deep, well, yeah, you need to be fucking meditating, bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't talking to y'all, but yeah, you need to be meditating though. But I'm not even necessarily talking about the deep meditations, but we kind of are though, because in order to do shadow work, you do have to dig deep to be effective and to actually did that work for a reason. Because if you look at your ugly, shadowy areas and spaces, and you just soak in them, and you just get depressed and be like, I'm not shit. You're not going deep enough. Well, you went deep, but you ain't rose as a phoenix. You ain't did that part. So that would be you being polarized at some point, like being over here or being over there. No, you supposed to be using this with that to figure out like what the process is and grow or get to a point, or But anyway, the Akashic Library, with you doing these types of inner workings, and if you're not the type to listen, well, if you don't already, let me say how I want to say this. If you just found me, let me say that. and you may listen to tarot or whatever or not. I know I'm coming from a different I ain't gonna say that everybody coming from a different space, but let me just say that if you're listening to me and you're doing that shadow work like this will uncover to you previous timelines too. But you really have to do the deep meditation, like that card just said, to actually kind of get a grasp on the energy of these timelines. Else, if you just want to look from an energetic standpoint, you can be kind of subconsciously aware of these timelines without that deep meditation and actually caring and spending time doing that, because it's important. But most people don't think that shit is fucking important, and maybe for some people it ain't. But for those who are trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with them or life, or trying to better themselves or whatever, I don't see why you wouldn't do that. I don't see why a person wouldn't do, because see, the more you know, the more awareness that you have, the more you have to work with, and then the more that you can share, and the more the more you'll be able to know who you are to even much go about these things and have the confidence and fuck Lilith. Not fuck Lilith, because we remember we love Lilith, but have Lilith to be able to be used as a tool of that energy, and have it to have a purpose and not just be for the detriment of life. That would be a nonsense. That's like, okay, so let's physicalize that. Let's materialize that into a person. Let's say you got let's say you got a grandma or an older ancestor who did, no, I don't want to use that example, but she wasn't really shit to you like that. She raised you. Well, I ain't gonna say that. She might was an alcoholic or some shit, and she did her best, and she loved her grandkids or whatever. But you know, she just lived whatever lifestyle she lived. The higher aspect of it is the fact that she had the mothering energy of the feminine. I don't know. I'm trying to pull this out my ass. Let me shut the hell up. Y'all get the picture. Let's move on. I was finna pull, but I just can't think of an example of what it is I'm trying to say, as far as how you can equalize that Lilith energy, or any energy that you looked at previously as shadow and being negative, to find the equal. I was trying to think of an example when it comes to the energy of Lilith light, but we know the other examples. You can look at anything that's bad and see the good in it. Something that was obviously to you in the beginning, and to anybody that would have been bad, turns out, oh, it was all right, because if it weren't for that, then when this happened, I would have not been, you know what I'm saying? I would have been there or something, and I wasn't, because I was in the hospital or whatever. So you can always see the good in everything, and it's for you to do that. And the only way that you can is by doing the internal work and actually looking at yourself and facing yourself. And it ain't nothing like, everybody got to do that. So when it comes to embarrassing energies and shit, because I've had to deal with that a lot, as a lot of people may have. I'm sure everybody has dealt. Of course, fucking everybody has dealt with embarrassment. But what was I finna say about the embarrassment? Oh, when it comes to embarrassment, at the end of the day, the only thing that you're embarrassed of is how you feel on the inside. So if you don't feel that way, you won't be embarrassed. If no matter how other people, and then you don't even realize that you could be amongst other people that have some shame energy, or maybe are doing work on themselves, who don't even look at people in a light like that, but you're walking on eggshells thinking that somebody's paying much attention to you. Or even when it's time to present yourself, thinking that you're gonna fuck up differently than other people have fucked up, when your fuck up is a unique individual fuck up just like everybody else's, and a part of the process. You know what I'm saying? But okay. Oh, I was gonna put one of these. I want to talk about something else. Seems like I always talk about that though. I want to talk about something else. See, that's when I would pull the tarot out. Okay. Because I like talking about shadow work and shit. But I'm a Gemini. I like to talk about other shit too. And I thought maybe since this was, well, I figured since this was a different part of the day and I'm in a different space, different energies will come out. We ain't finished though. We're gonna see. Oh, let's lead with a clarifying card. I hope these cards don't slip out my hand, because they so slippery, and if they slip, they're gonna be everywhere, out on the side of the car. Oh, guess what, y'all? I did the Scorpio cell salt video. I know some of y'all know that already. And let me tell y'all a little bit about that. The Scorpio cell salt, it controls, well, not controls, but it governs the reproductive system and your asshole. And hold on, what else it governs? Oh, all water signs govern the fluids in the body. And what Scorpio energy, because a lot of Scorpios, oh, that's what it was I want to say about that, how water signs are vibrationally sensitive to their the energies around them and their environment, that like reverberates to in actual physical life. Fucking bitch, fly. I don't like them hoes. Put your ass on. That reverberates in the physical to them being susceptible to viruses and infections easier, and especially sexual. Now I ain't saying it like that because I'm not trying to throw shade on Scorpio, but that everybody, every signature, every energy, every sign is going to have its thing. Like Gemini gets a lot of balls in their face. Like not the Gemini itself, but it's the energy. Like whether or not your Gemini or Scorpio energies are imbalanced or imbalanced or not, and that's gonna and if you have too much of it, you may have these types of issues to where you do get viruses and shit a lot. And even if you got a lot of that energy in your chart, I feel that when you balance your internal energies within, because as above so below, that also helps you. Of course it does, we know that also helps your physical and the way your body reacts and responds to whatever vulnerabilities physically that it has. But we know that like whatever signature that you were born in or energy signature you were born in, that's where your susceptibilities, damn I said that right, it's going to be at first. So a Scorpio would have those issues first. A Leo would have issues in their backs, forearms and shit. I mean, I hate to just say things so concretely because I'm not a doctor, but based off of my experience, I actually come to these conclusions inside, and it is time to express those things as if I know them, because I do from my perspective. So like I said though, Leo, and not to say that they may have issues from in these areas, they may be strong in these areas, because Gemini rules the shoulders. Look at my shoulder, I got strong shoulders. Look at my hands, they rule the hands, so you have strong hands. Gemini is intelligent because because not all Geminis are intelligent. They could be really, really wacky, but it all goes back to how much of this, what do I want to call it, how much of this trait that you embodied while you were, as far as your makeup. Anyway, that's besides the point. I don't be knowing if anybody give a damn about what I be talking about or not, but I just keep talking. Peaks reached. Because I keep feeling too that a lot of things that we've been talking about since I've been going live for the last few days, they all have been coming to like a perspective of having wisdom though. Even though some of the things that you may experience or not could be flunked out, or you are this time experiencing them with more wisdom though. And I mean, not more wisdom because you have aged and you're growing and everybody, progresses some way. No, as a collective and as a world, we are expanding or ascending. And in order for that to have happened or happen even more, each individual has to do these things, and then it hits on a collective level. So that's how you can know for certain, for the most part, especially if you're watching me, that you are reaching certain peaks and you have expanded in your wisdom, and you can trust yourself on some levels, even if it's some things that you are not ready to trust yourself in. Know that you can. So when it's time to experiment and experience life, jump, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Jump, Judy. Don't be afraid, because that's the only way that you'll be able to solidify certain knowings and validate these confirmations that you have. You'll be able to have something to stand on based off of you experiencing it and seeing it for yourself. That's why I was able to say what I just said about the illnesses and shit when it comes to the different signatures and signs. And not to say that you are going to, because you always, in order for you to be on point with what you're saying, if you're not quite sure, you just find the equilibrium between what it is that you're trying to figure out, and somewhere along the line you'll be on point. You'll have the right idea. Energetically, that's where you're supposed to be. You're in the right space. You'll be in the right space, so that when it presents itself, it won't present itself in a inverted, flunked out, stupid, retarded, or reverse type of way. It'll present itself with clarity, whatever that may be, whether it's a physical thing or whether it's an understanding or communication or unfolding of whatever the fuck it is. All right, what else we want to talk about? Look. Okay, all these motherfucking cards came out, bitch. I don't want to read all these. No. Damn, but I'm gonna call them. We're gonna acknowledge them for more awareness. Ride the current, and reverse is tide of transition. So while you have transition and you have learned or is learning or on the road of learning how to ride the current. And if you don't believe that, it's only because you're a little bit still on the transition, but that is the path that you are on. If you're fucking here and watching me, baby, I don't see it no other way. Adapt and thrive. And it don't matter what percentage that these things play out. You got to appreciate what you have done. You can't look at other things and be like, oh, if it don't look like that, then I ain't really did shit, because you ain't doing nothing but going back. You're not riding the tide at that point. It don't matter if nobody don't know but you, even if it's something that you want to express and want the world to know, as long as you did what you were supposed to do to put space there for that to work out, even whether it works out or not, you'll be in a better position to ride the wave when things do start accumulating and showing up. Adapt and thrive, and then we got winds of fortune. So this is why this came out of this perspective, because for some people, because if it was on the higher end of the spectrum, it would have came out in the opposite space, winds of fortune. But instead it came out like this, and it ain't a bad thing. It's just that you are adapting. Hold on. Luck flows with change. Stay flexible. You're still in the middle of the transition, but you're right there though. You already went through the hard part, as far as, because the world has, like, the world is actually, the paradigm has flipped, whether it seems like that or not, because sometimes when a paradigm flips, it flips even more retard. It gets even more on a, where my baby at? Hold on. Oh, there she go. It flips on a more even inverted, retarded space. But sometimes, and if you're in a, on the right, in the right world, because like the world has split in a way, if you're on the right side of the spectrum, when it does flip, it'll flip, like I said, with more clarity. So adapt and thrive. Luck flows with change. Stay flexible, embrace shifts, and learn from the journey as answers reveal themselves. Right. Because when they reveal themselves, they'll have clarity to them. It won't be so foggy and stupid looking. And that's where, as far as that small percentage level of having something to show up for you in this aligned space, it would be you having clarity and being able to at least perceive things better, whether you act on them or not. But the more you don't act on these things, though, again, they're going to become more and more distorted over time. And winds of fortune. This is what it could be, or what it will be, or where you're headed. Allow the winds of fortune to guide your sails, maneuvering through life's opportunities and challenges with adaptability. Hold on, let me read it again. I want to listen. It's like, allow the winds of fortune to guide your sails, maneuvering through life's opportunities and challenges with adaptability. Because at that point, whatever challenges come your way, you'll be riding the waves. Like, whatever challenges that a ship is experiencing on the sea, if it has an experience, what the fuck, sailor, I guess, pirate, then it's just gonna be like going over a speed bump, but without tearing your shit up. So those challenges, when they come about, they ain't gonna be that hard. Okay, I forgot. See, that's why I want to read all these cards. Okay, walk unscathed. See, that's what we talking about. And being protected. Okay, so these are, let me see. You are fortunate trap. What? Let me just read it. It's late. You are fortunate trap was laid out for you. No, that ain't. I promise that's what it say. What's up, healing? You are fortunate trap was laid out for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. What is that saying? So, because I know that's misspelled. They misworded that. Fortunate trap was, I guess, unfortunately, a trap was laid out for you. That's kind of like the energy of what the Bible scripture is. What is it? No weapons formed against you shall prosper. They never said the weapon wasn't gonna form. They said it wasn't gonna prosper. You know how the preacher be on the pulpit preaching. But anyways, so that's no weapons formed against you shall prosper. And you may have fell for certain traps based on you even being in this space, but you still walked away unscathed. You might have flipped. You might have had I'm not say that, because I don't want to go too deep and then materialize certain bullshit, but you may have had certain unfortunate scenarios to play out, even though you had to experience that after the fact. Everything, you was able to bring things back to normal if you liked, or if you know what I'm saying. Protected, like that's like having your heart broken over and over and over and over again, but you never embodying a black heart, and you still having I don't know how, but still being able to still have that genuine heart. And protected is in the reverse. So find solace and safety, knowing you're sheltered and guided through life's storms to calm shores. You don't need that level of protection at this point because you know how to walk unscathed like a baby walking on his own, and you ain't got to hold a little hand. And when she falls, she know how to brace herself for the fall. You're like, okay, so right track. You're on the right track. Steady progress. Hold on, I want to like, hold up. I got to keep it real, folks. I got to keep it real. I'm finna hit the cigarette. I'm finna hit the cigarette. No, I forgot. I said I was gonna smoke. I was gonna pull on my medicine. Fuck keeping it real sometimes. It ain't real. Cause I can make that a message, but we ain't gonna do all that. Okay, so hold on. It came out like this. Right track. You're on the right track. I hope I ain't mixed the cards up, Lord. It don't matter. Right track. You are going in the right direction, so just keep moving. Versus steady progress. Patience is your ally. You've been patient. That's what that's saying. Celebrate each step forward, no matter the size. So now, since your steady progression, because we had Jupiter card come out, remember, and it was coming out like it could be whatever you chose it to be, creating a real shit. I emerged from it all without a stain on my shirt. Jay-Z shit. I wish I could remember what song that was, but I can't. But right track. So steady progress. No matter the size, those little steps and those little progressions got you somewhere. And now you can at least look around yourself, whether from an internal space of wisdom or just around your space and how you interact with life now, and realize that you need to know that. You can look at the fact that you in here talk, I don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm special. You in here fucking with me, probably like number 421 people that up in here and gonna watch it. If you watching me, I'm telling you, birds and feather flock together on even in small degrees. You're on the right track, okay? So let's move along. And I don't be wanting to be no motivational speaker like that, but hey, my Gemini and Chiron still want to go off on, I just be wanting to keep it real still. But that is the real though. It is what it is, and that's how things gonna be. Shit, at some point you got to realize, oh, okay, it is what it is. That veil of confusion. I don't know if everybody has experienced that regarding like, and I said that right on time, resurrection, regarding Jesus and all that kind of stuff. At this point, at least for me, a lot of those when I find out understandings that make things make sense, when I would still used to go back and be like, but wait a minute though, because Jesus, I know that I would have the entanglement of wires, brain wires and shit still inside of my brain to where I would still have that veil of confusion and fogginess and wouldn't be quite clear on, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to your actual actions that you do, it goes to the subtle understandings and understandings and awarenesses that you have. It's how those little subtle actions are dictated, and that will show up in my life. But anyway, long story short, with resurrection, because damn, I be wanting to say like 5 things at one time. Let me chill out. Resurrection. Shake off the past and rise again. Because, reinvent yourself and you will rise up from the ashes even more powerful. Because you've already rose from the ashes, but because you've done this before. We've done these things over and over. We live in a cycle. We low key, I ain't gonna say that. But we live in a cycle. And by you having these experiences that you've had and going through these hardships, not even hardships, even successes, even accomplishments, especially the graduations and accomplishments and successes, you're now aware of what you can do. Even if it failed, you do know that you are capable because you've done it before. And that's where you at with it. But in the reverse, recovery, comeback. This is where, find strength and healing as each step forward renews hope and paves the way for a triumph resurgence. So that's you having to need faith and shit. We passed that. We're not in the age of Pisces no more. We're in the age of shit. Here go the ice cream truck. Let me see. Do I got a couple dollars? Yeah, I do. Okay. Bitch, fuck on. Hold on, y'all. That's why it's important to embrace every experience, real shit. You got to be in the current moment, at least sometimes. Hold on. Let me let this see. Let me see. This is me balancing the two. And you can do this with ease because you got to know this is a part of life. The fuck? Hold on, y'all. Let me get my baby ice cream. It ain't gonna take but a minute. Give me 5 minutes. Some said just get the damn phone and take it with your shit. So that y'all won't be feeling alone. Not that y'all feel alone, because everybody needs to have a life. Come on, you want one? Okay. Come on. Mm-hmm. Ooh, where y'all mama at? Where y'all mama at? How much the bubble gum is? Right, let me get one of those. You got cheaper ones? You got any for $1? Ain't no, okay, I was gonna buy one from somebody else. Right. Let me get a $1 bun pop. Let me get 2 of them.
For vacuum?
No.
For boy?
For me.
For me. Oh, unicorn.
I want 2 of them.
You got unicorn? That unicorn, mama.
Yeah, that's unicorn. I'm gonna open these on them. Thank you. I was gonna get one of somebody, but it's too many children. Go ahead, Peppers. Anyway. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Okay. Oh, what we left off at? I might should have ended that bitch, because now. Okay, let me see. I don't remember where we left off at. Bitch, get out of here. Guess who's back? Okay. Okay, we was here. Yeah. So we were talking about. Okay. Woo. Wait, do the phone down, y'all. Okay. We was talking about. Where was we at? Right. Honest echoes. Hopefully the cars are in the same position, but it don't matter again. Because wherever they at is where they supposed to be. You gotta remember that. You can't never try to figure out what the future holds or have it's about what you could have did differently. However it turned out, that was the meaning and purpose of some footsteps in the sand. And that goes for, anyway, we're not gonna go too deep to the micro parts of life because those things aren't necessarily important as far as the synchronicities that you may see in patterns and shit. But sometimes they are important though, you know, but not to this reading right now. They're not important right now. So, honest echoes. Hold on, y'all. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. See, only you know this shit. No, should've, would've, could've. For what? When you can start right now. It don't matter what you got going on. You can change it up in the moment. So, if that's the case, You can't do nothing but look at the past as lessons and confirmations of who you are and where you came from on a spiritual level and physical, so that you even know where you're going. Sometimes you got to experience fucked up shit as far as like generational curses and shit in order for you to break them hoes. How you gonna break them? Anyway, we ain't talking about negative shit though. We talking about honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. I'm jacking you. I am the truth. I'm just playing. I am though. I'm the truth as far as what I know, and as far anyway. Unwavering faith. This is in the reverse. This is you again having faith, but now the men and women that you have internally, the thoughts and feelings, as you continue to do the shadow work and to calibrate yourself internally, these echoes, and we had cards like this earlier this morning when I was pulling. These thoughts and feelings are going to be honest echoes internally, and you'll be able to trust yourself. This Gemini season, your interactions that you've had and are going to continue to have, is going to shape Cancer season, even down to your situations and scenarios you might fall into. Valley of shadow, and that goes so on and so forth, so on and so forth. Hold on. What's wrong, Empress? You can't play right now. Hold on, y'all. You gotta get some grass, man. You don't have to have unwavering faith. Like I said, we're not in the age of Pisces no more. This is an age of knowing, being honest. The honest truth is all around you at every moment, and being able to be aware of that shit instead of having faith that what you believe and think and what they told you was true. And those men and women that told you from an external position that has created the men and women thoughts and feelings on you from an internal position, you don't have to, you've already went through the deciphering, a whole lot of the deciphering process already, to where if those thoughts and feelings, men and women, aren't perished by now or haven't left your life by now, they are on that road and that path because of the honesty that is like, you're in this, the world has changed. So even the men and women, well, we ain't got to talk about them, but I'm gonna just throw that in real quick. Even the men and women that, or I'm talking about actual people who still have these older understandings, they still are going to be hit with confirmations of the opposite, whether they catch it or not. Just like when I was a child and I wouldn't know what was going on in life, I might see a lot of dimes or some shit, and I might ask somebody, knowing internally it means something. And I might ask an adult, what does that mean? They don't tell me shit because they don't know shit. But guess what? I still have this inkling to know. I still know that it was something. And I think that reverberated from previous incarnations of some sort. And now, having those inklings of knowing, that's the old perspective. Those men and women are going to be in those type of positions, whether they're 80 some years old or not. It ain't no more faith and belief when it comes to certain shit. When it comes to certain things regarding life that everybody can clearly see, and everybody's communicating right now. Because the same thoughts and feelings inside of you, men and women inside of you, that's what we represent, even on this micro, in the macro of whatever we are representing from its. I can't go too deep because sometimes I don't be having the verbiage to say exactly what I want to say. Anyway, I hope y'all get it. Valley of Shadows. Okay. Step into the enveloping valley of shadows. Here fears are faced, and the courage is forged in dimly lit paths. Now in the reverse is embrace courage. Open your mind, learn from experiences, and let answers unfold in your journey. Let me see which one is in the right. Okay. So we're still in the upright. Step into the enveloping, because what does enveloping mean? When something just envelops you. When you walk into darkness and it's all of a sudden now you can't even see, everything is black, even you. And that's an enveloping. So when you go into, so it says step into that, because here fears will be faced. You'll be one with the darkness at some point, because if you're not one with it or one with yourself, with your internal have equilibrium, then you will be afraid, and fear is the worst thing you want to have. I just got off of Dave Beyond TV's live, and he was saying how a lot of times the relationships that you have with people, I had caught the last sentence of what he said, I didn't get the whole message, but he said when you don't confront certain things with actual people, there's a level of fear between the relationship, and that don't do nothing but make the relationship even more strained. So that goes down to the internal when it comes to your internal men and women, or thoughts and feelings that you have not faced. Once you make them things be one, or your Lilith energies, and you realize that Lilith has beautiful characteristic traits that has shaped and molded you even out of her darkness, you'll be able to face those fears, and the courage is forged in dimly lit paths. Hold on, and this deck be, and the courage is for, anyway. I know what it's trying to say. Your courage is going to begin to light shit up. You don't really, but at this point, you don't even really need shit to be lit up, cause well, everything is lit up. That's why you don't really need it, because it is what it is at this point. Even down to old paradoxes and old sayings and old wise tales that's we interpreted wrong. Now we're understanding as a collective the truth behind those, and how come that shit ain't true and how it is true, how all those things have truth in them, and they can also change and be false. But it's the perspective and how you know how to see shit. Didn't we already have this? Okay, this is the same card, Winds of Fortune. So what time is, how many? Okay, I've been on for something 50 some minutes. Okay, should I pull something else? I think I need to get ready to go. We just gonna go, nah, I might not go to I might not go the whole hour. Hold up. Cause I'm ready to go now. Cause remember this morning I was like, man, I want to finish. I feel complete now. I feel like I completed the task at hand that was needed. So what I was gonna do? Oh, okay. We will pull one more card, Akashic Records. Or, the Akashic Records, when they get in my hand, I just be want to shuffle them because of the way they feel. So, but this gonna be the last little session. And it's getting hot. I'm finna go sit out up under the shade and none of your business. Okay. The light of the world. I didn't really want that one because I wanted to come out on its own, but I feel that. Because the light ain't nothing but information and shit. And Lilith, we talking about the shadows and stuff. So sometimes by you having courage and going into these shadows and seeking, because everything that you deal with, everybody in the world deals with those things on some level, some percentage level, or they're aware of those things. So you shedding light on your internal spaces and knowing how the fuck you supposed to look at yourself, you'll be able to help others, and just embodying that, your existence will reverberate even energetically, frequency wise and vibrationally wise throughout the world, and whatever the fuck, however you want to look at the shit, spiritually or whatever, down to your future lifetimes and even previous ones, because that's how deep shit go. And you'll be able to be the light of that. You'll be able to shine light on things, and even course correct yourself. I don't give a damn about time like that. You'll be able to course correct yourself even from in previous incarnations, allowing older generations to have some type of more calibration based on you being a part of that mechanism called the family unit or whatever generational curse. That's how the shit work for real. All right, I think I'm gonna end with that. I just want to pull one. Hold on. Up is up. Number 9. 1 + 8 = 9. It's in. It's over with. Aquarius and Lilith here. Okay. See, I don't know. I do know about astrology. Let me stop stunting like I don't. But Lilith is kind of a new energy to me. It ain't new, but I haven't really, it's not a common energy that I always hear about, because I don't necessarily study these things. I just learn from being around them. But Aquarius and Lilith, I don't know. Let me try to interpret that. But I can imagine. I know it has, that probably is, I don't know. Shut up, Jackie. Up in the air. Up in the air is up from here. Up in the air. We in Gemini season, and we finna go to Cancer season, right? 8, and we at the end, because 8 + 1, 1 + 8 is 9. So that's the end of the motherfucking reading. I fuck with y'all. Thank y'all for fucking with me. I'm sweating. Hold up. Appreciate y'all for fucking with me. And I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.